Kimchi, a secret ingredient in this kimchi quesadilla that will upgrade your quesadilla game. Let me show you how to make it. So to start off, I'm going to prepare my garnish, and to do that, I'm going to cut up one sprig, or is it one stalk? Whatever. Let me know in the comments below. Anyways, I'm going to cut up one sprig of green onions, and then when I'm done, I'm just going to set that aside in a small bowl. And now I'm going to chop up a bunch of cilantro or coriander, depending on where you're from. And I'm just going to chop that up kind of small. Again, not too small. This is just going to be a garnish on top. I'm going to chop it up until I have about 1/4 of a cup. That's what I'm aiming for. And then I've also put that in the bowl with my green onions. Go ahead and stir that up because that will give me a even distribution of green onion and cilantro. And now all I'm doing is chopping up some onions. Here I have about half a medium onion, and I'm just gonna dice it finely. It should be fairly small dices, and I make sure not to waste anything, so I cut it down all the way to the root. Again, do not waste any onions, because we're not gonna waste any onions here. And I'm gonna be using this for a salsa that I'm gonna pair with my quesadillas. And then once I'm done, I'm just gonna put that aside. And now I'm gonna use about a little less than half a tomato because my tomato was pretty large. And I'm just gonna go ahead and chunk it up into cubes. Again, I don't want it to be too big, just little small cubes is fine. But you know, if you want it to be bigger, go ahead and cut it bigger. If you want it smaller, go ahead and cut it smaller. Hey, if you want to blend it up, go ahead and do that too. So I'm gonna cut it down to strips like this and just cut it the other direction to get cubes. And just do that for all my tomatoes. And then again, I'm gonna store that with my onions in a bowl. And just like always, I'm gonna give this a stir. And then I'm just gonna take about a tablespoon, or maybe a little bit more, of my cilantro and green onion mixture and put in about a teaspoon of lemon juice. And a touch of salt and a touch of pepper, but more or less depending on how you want your seasoning. And I'm gonna put in a touch of olive oil and just give that a stir. And then give it a taste, make sure seasoning's on point, which I thought it was, and then set that aside. So now I'm gonna go ahead and cut my avocado in half for my avocado crema. And I'm just gonna twist it and open it, and then, wait, why is my seed in half? Anyways, I'm gonna try to take out the seed. Okay, cool, I can take out the seed. And I'm just gonna use a spoon and piece it like this, not necessarily slices, but just small chunks. This will help me with the mashing later because my avocado wasn't too soft yet. But if your avocado is softer, then it's fine. Add in a pinch of salt and some pepper. And then just use that spoon and go ahead and just mash it down as smooth as you can get it. I took mine about this smooth. It's okay, there's little chunks. And then I'm gonna add Mexican crema. If you don't have that, sour cream or yogurt's fine. But I'm gonna start out with 2 heaping tablespoons worth and just stir that in. Stir, stir again. And then now I'm gonna add salt. Stir that in. And now I'm gonna give it a taste. I thought it was good, but I think it needed a little bit of lemon juice. So I'm just gonna add in, let's say a teaspoon worth, and then stir that in again. And give it another taste. And I thought it could be creamier, so I went in and added another tablespoon of crema. And you guessed it, stir it again. So I thought that was good. Now I'm gonna set that aside. So these are the cheeses I'm gonna use. I have pepperjack, that's gonna give me spiciness, and it's gonna give me meltiness. And then I'm gonna use some extra sharp cheddar cheese. That's gonna give me the sharp punch and the cheesiness that you taste when you eat a quesadilla. And then of course, I'm gonna be using some mozzarella. Again, that's just not for flavor or anything. That is just for pure stretchiness, as you can see later. So I'm just gonna grate those in. I'm looking for about maybe a 1/4 cup each. So I'm gonna get about 3/4 cup to a cup total. You can do more or less of whatever you want. Just pick your own combination, but this is what I chose. And this is good for 2 quesadillas. As you can see here, I'm just gonna stir it through, make sure everything is evenly mixed, and set that aside. Now for the kimchi, all I'm gonna do is take it out, dump it into this deli cup. Take out about a cup's worth, or maybe a little less. More if you want more, less if you don't like it. And I'm gonna use some kitchen shears and just go to town on this kimchi. Cut it up as fine as you can. I cut it like this so that it won't stain my chopping board. And then now once it's like this, I'm gonna go ahead and dump it in to my cheese and just go in and stir it, make sure everything is evenly distributed. And now set that aside and let's get to cooking some quesadillas. So here I just threw on my tortilla and now I just heat it on one side, flip it over, and now throw my cheese on. And then I have some leftover Kalbi meat, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw that on too. But if you have any protein you want to throw on, that's fine. If you don't have to throw anything on, that's cool too. And I just go ahead and fold it in half and press it down so that the cheese will have full contact with the tortilla. And then just let that cook and brown on one side. As soon as it is, I'm gonna go ahead and flip it. Well, struggle to flip it, but and then ooh, look at that brownness. And then let it brown on the other side. And I'm gonna check to see if it's melted all the way through. And at this point, it looks pretty melted. So I'm gonna go ahead and just flip it one more time just to get it heated through real quick. All right, let's check one more time. Perfect. Okay, now let's take it off. I'm gonna go ahead and cook up my other quesadilla, and then we're gonna head to the taste test. Look at the quesadilla. All right, let's see if I can get this cheese bowl. Oh yeah. All right. I'm gonna give this a taste test now. Cheers. Oh, so good. All right, one more bite. One more bite. Yep. Definitely a winner right here. Oh yeah. Let's do a little of the avocado crema. And a little bit of the salsa. Alright, one more bite. Promise. Alright, so let me just start off by talking about the kimchi. All I did was add some funkiness to the cheese. So when you bite down into it, you don't just taste kimchi, but you taste more cheesiness, if that makes sense. So the 3 cheese blend is just a perfect experience. You know, the mozzarella provided good stretchiness. The pepperjack provided some spiciness, also some meltiness for the cheese. And then the cheddar cheese, it added the nice sharp hit that added to the kimchi and balanced out the kimchi as well. You know, and then in my case, I added some Kalbi, so that just added a touch of like sweetness and savoriness. So if you don't have the Kalbi, it's fine. You can add anything you want, or you don't have to add anything at all. So give this recipe a try. If you like this video, hit the like button below. And for more content like this, hit the subscribe button. Also, you can hit that button here. You also hit this button here for my previous video. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you. Bye.